These things have been regurgitated from time to time by the media, by low-level officials without any endorsement by the U.S. government. The spokesman for Pakistan president said in a phone interview from Islamabad, there is nothing much in this. I tend to agree. If you actually know what's already come out and what's been admitted, I mean, the massacres are all admitted. I mean, they'll just line up hundreds of people and shoot them. They've got giant torture camps where they admittedly torture people to death. I mean, they've got them all over Europe. They've got them in the U.S. They've got them everywhere. Regardless, we'll continue to break it down on the other side, and your phone calls. Got a lot of financial news, police state news, and some key oil spill news coming up as well. Stay with us.
You worry, but only because you're paying attention. What's happening in the Gulf of Mexico illustrates an audacity toward nature. A similar audacity called GMO, or genetically modified organisms, means that the quality of commercially grown food may be compromised with our health in the balance. Now that summer's here, what better time to learn about the bounty that nature provides in wild edible food? Let author Linda Runyon show you the best-kept secret in plain sight, that food is everywhere you look. This summer, for the cost of a good meal or two out, you can literally starvation-proof yourself and your loved ones against any future craziness, and put up tons of free food, too. Whatever experiment is being run on us, you can rest assured that Linda's 50 or so staple foods aren't involved. Our foods are their enemy. So go to ofthefield.com or call toll-free 1-888-51-EAT-FREE and take that first step. Make your oasis of food security and nutrition now. That's OFTHEFIELD.com or call 1-888-513-2837. Start now and make 2010 your year of independence.
The economy is crumbling, debt's soaring, and the possibility of World War III is increasing. I started SurvivalistSeeds.com from my dining room table with a small bucket of seed and a single rotating banner ad on PrisonPlanet.com. 2 years later, we've sold over 40,000 pounds of heirloom seeds, becoming the largest bulk seed seller to the public. The majority of our customers are Alex Jones listeners. Now I'm offering 50 all-organic garden varieties, 10,000 heirloom seeds, garden planner, and a CD teaching you how to save seeds so your children's children will always have healthy food. Don't wait until it's too late. I'm Big John Lipscomb, and my company is SurvivalistSeeds.com.
Gold isn't for you? Ted Anderson, president of Midas Resources, one of the world's premier gold and precious metal investing firms. I get it. You wouldn't buy gold if you believed that the government is doing a great job, that the Fed will stop handing out trillions of dollars like bailout candy, that Social Security would be there for you. That's not what's happening. You might even pass on gold if the stimulus package wouldn't fuel inflation, or that the dollar wouldn't lose value, or that your retirement would be secure. If all looks rosy to you, then now is not the time to buy gold. For the realist, there have never been more sobering reasons to diversify with gold. Since 2001, the U.S. dollar index has tanked 30% while gold has risen 300%. Right now, savvy investors are adding gold to their portfolios. You should too. Find out what they know. Call us and I'll send you 10 reasons why gold will do very well, free. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Your natural organic herbal formula for heart health is Heart and Body Extract.
My name is Van, and I'm 68 years old, and I live in Vermont. In the spring of 2003, I started to have problems with my heart. It felt like my heart was pounding, made me feel breathless. I tried many different things to try to get some help for myself. Nothing did anything.
Heart and Body Extract is very powerful, very effective, and works quickly.
I saw one of Sharon's ads and ordered Heart and Body Extract. I noticed a difference quickly, within days. The episodes became less frequent, and by a month had completely vanished.
Usually you find a 30-day or 60-day guarantee. Heart and Body Extract comes with a lifetime 100% ironclad money-back guarantee. Details at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305. Call 866-295-5305. 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract.
going to be going to your phone calls coming up in the next segment. Another issue I'd like to hear from callers on is the fact that Rush Limbaugh came out on Friday and said that it's the ruling class versus the country class. He said blue blood robber baron families run the government and are basically getting corporate welfare and hate the American people and want to destroy this country. And I'm not really even praising Limbaugh. I'm just giving credit where credit is due. I certainly don't trust him. As soon as the mainline Republicans are back in office, I would imagine him to continue with his neocon, pro-war, pro-torture, pro-drug war propaganda. But the fact that Rush Limbaugh, the biggest media figure in this country, nobody has more listeners. He's the biggest media event, period. I went over some of his quotes yesterday on the Sunday show. It's amazing. And it cannot be disputed that this shows how far the exposure of the shadow government has come. And the fact that Glenn Beck's talking about world government and the New World Order and is talking about Goldman Sachs being criminal shows that this information is now mainstream. So I would ask listeners, why do you think they're doing this? Because I've been monitoring them off and on, and overall, I think that their listeners are, of course, my listeners, and they just can't get away anymore with denying the fact that there is a world government, that there is a global government being formed, that the power structure in this country is illegal, is criminal, is predatory, and that you have cliques of power that are waging war against the nouveau riche, the new rich, the middle class. It's just an amazing admission by Limbaugh, and this makes my job a lot easier now that his 20+ million listeners are now hearing their iconic leader, El Rushbo, coming out and telling the truth to a certain point. It shows that to stay in the game, to stay relevant, they're being forced to do this. MSNBC and CNN have decided to continue to report that world government's being formed as our savior, and the Federal Reserve is not private, and that if you don't want government health care, you're a racist. And so they're just sticking their head further in the sand and going along with the official line and losing literally almost all of their viewers. They are in free fall, implosion. They are a joke. And so we are literally dragging the country from ignorance into enlightenment. And it's very exciting news. And so that's why I covered that for much of an hour yesterday. So if you heard Limbaugh talk about it, or you went to Infowars.com and read Kurt Nemo's story, does Rush Limbaugh finally get it about the ruling class? Because I've heard him just in the last year. I don't listen often, but probably once a week I listen to a few minutes of it. The banks are good. It's okay that Goldman Sachs is getting, tens of billions of dollars in extra profits. And, the socialists want to take over health care and the insurance companies are good. The insurance companies wrote the stinking health care bill. Even the Wall Street Journal admits that. Goldman Sachs has swindled us with the derivatives. Goldman Sachs isn't just taking down our country, but many other countries. And I've got to say, Beck's going even further than Limbaugh. Though I've never heard Limbaugh attack Ron Paul and others. That's why I really have been angry at Beck in the past. And I'm certainly not trusting Beck. I mean, my instincts tell me he's super bad news. It's just the fact that Limbaugh and Beck are having to cover these issues is the news story. Why are they doing that? That's my question to you, to boil it down to a simple one-line statement. Why are they more and more telling the truth? Now, I do monitor Sean Hannity. I hear nothing but mainline neocon, blue blood, Rockefeller Republican garbage from him. And that's why you don't see him rising. He's plateaued and is even sinking a bit. I think that Limbaugh and Beck want a big audience, and they know where the audience is. The American people have been educated by the internet. They have been educated by this radio show. They have been educated by my films. But I'm powerless without you. You are the muscle. You move this machine of awakening. And I just can't commend you enough for everything you've done as listeners. I salute you. And we go together like a horse and carriage. And I am blown away by the responsibility I have and that we have to take our information to the next level. Okay, we're going to come back and go to your phone calls. And then I've got a bunch of amazing news like this one. LA suburb residents march over high city salaries. Some of the people in the city are making $800,000 a year and bonuses, while the citizenry go bankrupt under higher taxes. Also, there's moves by cities to raise money by homesteading, giving people property.